For NECO 2025 Physics Practical Question 1 on mechanics, these are the things we need: adhesive, I'm using sellotape, thread, a fulcrum, then 400-gram mass labeled, and set of masses. So it's good to have a lot of masses because we don't know the exact one, that the exact mass that we need to balance the 100-gram mass, and this is on principle of moment. So let's look at the diagram the way it should be. We are going to use this diagram where the meter rule balanced at 50 cm mark, then the load is the mass labeled N, then we have the meter rule, the pivot, and then the other set of masses. Before we go to the instruction, please like this video and subscribe to this channel. Once you subscribe, please turn the bell notification on so that once the video for optics, electricity, chemistry, and any other important updates in this NECO 2025, whenever there is any update, you'll be notified. That is why it's very important you subscribe and turn the bell notification on, because I'll be doing videos for all the science subjects, including mathematics, and I will also be doing for optics, physics optics, and physics electricity. So the procedure, step 1, the apparatus has been set up for you as shown in the diagram above. Keep the load N tapped on the 90 cm mark throughout the experiment. So the first thing is to locate the 90 cm and put the sellotape here and keep it constant throughout the experiment. This is the mass N at 90 cm, so we'll keep it constant throughout the experiment. Then step 2, place a load of mass 40 gram on the meter rule and adjust the position of the load so that the meter rule is as near as possible to being balanced. So we are going to take this and also take 40 gram. I want to use this and piece of thread. Then this is 20, the mass and the angle is 20 plus another 20, making it 40. So I will is balancing a bit at this point. So we'll look for a point where it will balance. I think this is balancing. This is balancing. Near possible balance. This is okay. So we'll take the reading here and measure the distance between this point and that other point. We have here to be 60 minus 14. We'll get the distance D. From the diagram, we'll get the distance between the midpoint of the pivot and the midpoint of the mass. 60 minus 14. Measure the distance D from the center of the load to the pivot. That's step 3. Step 4, repeat the steps using masses of 50, 60, 70, and 80 to obtain a total of 5 sets of readings. Record the readings, and then this will be the table of values. We'll fill up our table of values. For the 40 gram mass, we'll have 46. The distance is 46.00. Then we'll do for 50. We'll add 50. Remember, this one was at 60. So we'll check again. Move it again to see where it will balance this time. It's going this way, so we'll have to move it back. It's going this way. Let's move it a little bit at the center. This is okay. It's still moving that way. So let's put it at 17. Still moving at 18. 18 is a little better. So that's how you keep checking until you get the point where it balances horizontally. Think we can go with this. Yes, this is better. This is better. So we'll check 60 minus 20. We'll record it. That's 40.00. Then we'll do for 60. We'll add 60 gram mass and then check. Still place it at that midpoint. That's our center. And start moving it now. 24, no, it's not balancing. You keep moving it. 26 is a little good. Let me move it back and see. Okay, it's okay here. It's okay here. So we'll get the distance again. At least it's near balance. It must not stay for a long time. But once at least 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 is holding, we can take it. We'll take 60 minus 25 or 24.5. 60 minus 24.5. 35.50. So we'll add another 10 gram mass. So this one will be constant throughout the end. And at 90, then we'll start doing for 40, 50, 60. We are doing for 70 now. We'll place it at our center. It will move because we have added mass. So we'll move it this distance closer again to get the new balance point. Good. This is a little good. Good. This is good. at 30 is better. At 30 is better, is a little bit standing. So we have it to be, let's say 60 minus 30. 60 minus 30. Okay, for the 80, that's the last one. We'll put our mass. Good. I can go with this 60, and distance is 60 minus 35, distance from here to here. Okay, we are going to fill up the table of values and then plot the graph. Plot a graph of m against 1 over d. Then after that, we'll determine the slope, the gradient of the graph, then solve the questions, state the precautions, and there are other sub questions. Please watch this video to the end so that you will get the other sub questions. What is center of gravity? How is it related to stability of the body? State the principle of moment, and then the calculation question. So let's complete the table of values and then plot and see the nature of the graph. The first one, we have 0.022 is calculated, so it's allowed. You can leave that one in 3 decimal places since it's calculated. 0.022. 0.025, the next one. 0.028. 0.033. Then 1 divided by 25, 0.040. Okay, let's plot the graph. Please, because it's video, I'll be using marker on this graph, but please, you know you are expected to use pencil, but I want it to be bold. There is a video on how to plot graph. Please check out that video on how to plot graph in physics. I'll be using marker so that it will be clearer for you, or pen. But it's not allowed in the exam hall. It's just because it's video, I want it to be clearer. Okay, for the m, remember you write m and put the units, then d raised to power minus 1, and also put the units. So we are plotting m against the inverse of d. For this one, this is 0. Here is, we can use 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100, 110. Now, for this axis, I will use 0.01. Here is 0.01. Here will be 0.02, 0.03, 0.04, 0.05, 0.06. You know that the boxes inside, they are 10. So if you're looking for 0.02, when you are at 0.02, just know that the next one will be 0.021, the next one will be 0.022, the next one will be 0.023, the next one will be 0.024, 0.025, 0.026, 0.027, 0.028, 0.029, then 0.03. That's how in physics to count all this, they are not hard. Since it's 10 small lines inside, that means that you still count 0.02. The next one will be 21, 22, 23. Those small boxes. That's how we get all these values. Then at 40, we have 0.0. Here is 0.02. The next one, 21. Then 22 will be this one. We'll mark it off. At 50, we'll have 0.025. This is 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. We'll mark it off. At 60, we'll have 0.028. 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27. At 70, we'll have 0.033. This is 0.03. 31, 32, 33, the third small line, you mark it. At 80, 0.04. So I want to pick the line with the best line of fit from the origin. I want to pick 3 points. I want to pick 3 points. If you want to pick these 3, I wanted it to scatter across my best line of fit. Then for the slope, the bigger the triangle, the more you will get accurate slope. So let me pick a very big triangle for the slope. Good. So I'll be taking this point, that's very big triangle. So I can write at this point I have 100. For the slope G, 100 minus at this point 20 over, I'll pick this point, that's 0.05, minus, I'll pick this point, that's 0.01. So let me see, that's 80 over 0.04. 80 over 0.04. I have my slope as, now what will be the unit? Mass. That's in gram. Then divide by cm so that the cm will come up. This will be the unit of my slope. This will be the unit of my slope. So I have my slope as 2000 gram cm. Please try yours. Drop a comment. What did you get as your slope after trying it with your students? What do you think about the practical? Please drop a comment, like and share this video. Thanks. See you in the next video on electricity. Thank you.